LilyUlloa here, Rgba with one of the newest prospects here, Jose Sauceda. Jose, lightweight show coming up in Texas. How have you been getting treated here at Rgba?
I've been doing good. It's been a excellent training camp here at the RGBA. My last fight, I did excellent. I prepared here as well at the RGBA, and I'm doing it again for July 6th. So I'm ready. I'm prepared, and I feel really welcomed here.
Now you are a native of Texas. This is a question I ask everybody. I don't know. Have you had In-N-Out yet?
I have not.
Dang it. I was gonna say what a burger versus In-N-Out, but
I mean, I hear that a lot. You know, a lot of people they go back and forth about that, but so far I'm Whataburger.
and you're lightweight, so it's not like you could be going around eating a lot. But also,
I
you're
probably haven't ate Whataburger in like a year.
So I was gonna ask about that coming next. You are on the come up, prospect 5-0. How hard is it to, at your age, maintain that discipline that a young guy might not be otherwise accustomed to?
I mean, I've been professional for less than a year. In July, it'll mark a year as a professional. But this journey has been great. I train hard. I have an extensive amateur background, so the experience is there, and the trials and tribulations I've been through their life just helped me uh, push myself more, push myself past my limits, and yeah, that's that.
Now you go by El Inicio. Talk to us about what that means for you, what that where that came from, and who gave you that nickname.
Well, there's this guy from the Valley, ex pro fighter, I believe, had a little pro career. He was coaching me at the time. His name is Roberto Rubaldino. He gave me that nickname. I'm the I'm the start. I was adopted. I got kicked out the house by my adopted father at the age of 16. So since then, I was by myself. So that name, that El Inicio, is like I'm the beginning of my family of like my family tree. You know. So it has a little personal meaning behind it. I recently did find my biological family. So, but that nickname still sticks, and yeah, that's what El Inicio stands for me. I'm the beginning
That
of
is
many
so
things.
that is so deep, and I congratulate you just on that beginning alone because a lot of people who don't even have struggles like that, they also go through a lot of stuff. So for you to even channel this into fighting, that's amazing. With that being said, who was that person who got you into boxing? Who was like, how did boxing became your haven?
Well, like I mentioned, I had adopted parents. My adopted father used to train my older brother. And I wanted to do everything that my older brother did, so I started since the age of 3. I was in the gym doing little things, and then I made my way to 8 years old. I started my amateur career, and from there I went to Golden Gloves, Junior Olympics, and it just went on from there.
You fight in Texas, home. It's not your hometown, but it's your home state. Do you feel like you feel more comfortable fighting at home, or do you like better when the pressure of being at another state?
Um, yeah, it's a little comfortable fighting at home, but to be honest, I've already fought overseas. I went to the Grand Cayman Islands for my second or third fight. I flew overseas, and it was a little nerve wracking. I went in there confident, but once I got in the ring and that crowd, it was a little nerve wracking. And that fight, I did go the distance, and that really, I fell in love with that. Uh, how do I say it? That atmosphere, you know. So I like fighting. I definitely want to fight out of my comfort zone more often, you know.
So now I want to get your perspective because a lot of times when fighters lose overseas, that's something they say, right? Like maybe they didn't adapt well to the change. Is that hard as a fighter to like? How early do you feel like you have to show up to like acclimate? What do you think about stuff like that since you fought somewhere else already so early in your career?
Well, my opinion, I feel like if I do it now, if I go through that nerve wracking that going out of my comfort zone now, whenever that title, that belt, that opportunity is in that atmosphere of going into somebody else's territory, I feel like I'll be ready, you know. So I want to continue doing it now. Like I mentioned, I went overseas to the Grand Cayman Islands. My team is talking about going to London. talking about going to Colombia. So I'm excited to go out of my comfort zone.
What do you think of this rivalry, right? That Mexicans versus the UK, and like it's basically all Latinos versus the UK because whenever a Latino kind of comes up, they kind of get beat the majority of the time. Is that something that you're planning to do? Kind of take that whole Latino, but from the US, and still go over there and get something done?
Well, I guess you can see it that way. Me as a fighter, I'm competitive, and I think going into somebody else's territory and winning is the best feeling.
Let the fans know, your next fight and how they can watch, but also where they can follow you, especially as you come up for your sixth fight.
Brownsville, Texas. Y'all can watch it live through TV Azteca, Texas, on Facebook and YouTube. And July 6th.
Where can they follow you?
Oh, they can follow me. Follow me on Instagram, El Inicio with the number 2 at the end.
And I'll go ahead and put
Okay. And well, Facebook, it's Jose Sauceda. I upload all my boxing on both platforms. So yeah, y'all can find me there.
And my last question, I said lastly, but we did talk about this off camera, so I do want to ask, what is it like preparing, having an upcoming show, knowing that you don't know what's coming? And I know you might say, well, that's my life, I was about it. But like in the ring, how is that?
It's all at this point, it's a mental game, so you gotta be smart. I train hard enough and prepare hard enough to be able to adapt to whatever is put in front of me in the boxing ring, So it's as of right now, it hasn't been too hard. I get in there, I use my distance, and if I feel comfortable enough, I bring them down and I win by KO, or I go in there and I just box, So
you can do both.
I can do both. That's what I love about myself. I can do both, and I'm excited to perform July 6th again.
I'll see you.